Mr. President. Welcome to my show. I'm pleased that you could take time out of your busy schedule after your resignation to talk to me. No need to secretly tape record this because it's being televised.
It's a pleasure to be on your show, Mr. Frost.
So, your struggle to remove troops from Vietnam and end the war was eventually successful. How would you say that the policy of Vietnamization affected the morale of tired soldiers and our chances of winning the war by achieving honorable peace?
Well, by removing our troops, I stopped the draining of confidence of our soldiers as well as our citizens at home. The much-needed boost in morale was necessary to get them through the war abroad as well as through the divisions at home.
However, you did not completely remove the troops in a timely manner. Isn't this correct? Not to mention the secret military bombings in Cambodia, coupled with Operation Rolling Thunder that kept more of our boys from their families and lengthened the war.
I tried my best, Mr. Frost, and that effort should be well acknowledged. Next question, please.
Not only did you put your executive input into action in Southeast Asia, but you also changed relations with the two communist superpowers, the Soviet Union and China.
Yes, I strove to strengthen and change the relationship with the so-called commie nations.
Tell me more about this new policy.
Well, this policy is called détente, or relaxed tensions. It ushered in an era of improved relations and trade with these two nations. It further cooled the Cold War. We were fortunately able to have such great relations that we signed the SALT I Treaty and limited ballistic missiles.
Yet you were unable to remain relaxed in the Middle East.
Well, the whole war aid to Israel caused OPEC to create that oil embargo, which in turn created our energy crisis.
Okay, thank you. We'll be right back after a short break. So, Mr. President, tell me about opposition on your new foreign actions.
Domestic problems did not seem relevant nor important during the time because I was so focused on our foreign conflicts that it was not necessary to feed the whims of the protesters. Kent State erupted into pandemonium as they rejected my policy in Cambodia. They did not understand that this was the only way to reach peace with honor and finally leave Vietnam.
There were documents released that refuted the whole intervention in Vietnam. Tell me more about the impact of the Pentagon Papers.
I hate those papers. They took away my powers because Congress got all paranoid or something and passed the War Powers Act. I can't believe the president can't declare war anymore.
I sense that you feel gypped from power. Tell me about the women that did not get their rights or equal powers either.
I do not feel that women were held back from their rights. I mean, they're women, come on. They're used to it. They tried to get the Equal Rights Amendment passed but fell short of a majority. They made bounds in the Roe v. Wade, which allowed them to choose abortion or not. And Title IX was passed, which allowed for no gender discrimination in athletics. These epic changes seemed to give the women more powers and equality than they had before.
The nation's economy wasn't doing so well, was it, Mr. President?
I mean, the nation faced extreme stagflation, the slowing of the economy coupled with inflation. This was a very hard time for our working and middle classes.
Tell me about your supporters, especially the middle-class silent majority.
I had many supporters as I appealed to their individual class and racial problems. My Southern strategy called for conservatism in gaining the moderate middle-class vote. My Philadelphia plan called for equal job opportunities for African Americans as well.
These strategies helped you remain president until the ominous event that forever changed your political career, the Watergate scandal.
Please choose your questions wisely from this point on, Mr. Frost.
But weren't you guilty of planting recording devices? Did you not withhold evidence from the Supreme Court of the United States? Did you not ignore the subpoena from the court? Did you not refuse to give statements about the incident? Are you truly not guilty?
It was a pleasure doing this interview, but I'm really so.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we truly have left no stone unturned in this interview. Until next time, I'm David Frost, and I hope you enjoyed this show.